What is the most forgettable features of Minecraft? I'm sure you can't tell me because you've already forgotten. Hey guys, welcome to OMGcraft. Today we're taking a look at things in Minecraft that you may have forgot exist or forgot how to do or what they do. This is a community-driven list because, of course, things that you forget about in Minecraft, well, I'm not gonna remember all of them. So I asked Twitter what their suggestions were, so let's go down the Twitter suggested list. So here we are inside of Minecraft, and first off of the bat is Tasty Bacons saying crafting fire charges and the ability to craft magma cream. Now, magma cream I might argue with. I remember that, especially now that you can use magma cream to make the magma blocks. Let me get a crafting table here. So magma cream, if you forget, is how you put blaze powder and a slime ball in there and you get magma cream. But magma cream can be crafted, I think it's 4x4, into the magma blocks. So I actually did remember this. Now the fire charge, that I actually do not know off the top of my head. I think that it needs coal. Let me see if I can remember this. It's something like this. Aha! Fire charge! There you go. The fire charge is actually quite a powerful item in the game that really, like, nobody remembers. Let me see. How do I fire this thing? Oh, well, there we go. Okay, you right-click it on the ground. I do know that it's most useful in a dispenser. So if we take a dispenser, throw it on top of our crafting table there, and then take some redstone to fire off. Oh my gosh, I keep shift clicking this, hoping that it will arrive in my inventory, but it won't. So you hit a button and there you go. Now you can fire a fire charge. This is unlike the fire charge that a ghast fires because it doesn't explode on impact. It will just light a fire from a distance. Next is Festive Gamer, or I should say Crafty Gamer. That's their normal username. They're just festive for the holidays. And they have a whole list of things. And a few, I did not remember this at all. You're able to breed rabbits with dandelions. Is this even true? Okay, we're gonna make 2 rabbits. Here you go. 1. What? What? I am going to the wiki for this one. You're kidding me. Okay. Breeding. Carrots. Golden carrots or dandelions? No way. When did that get added? Rabbits will not follow players holding dandelions or golden carrots. This was added super late. Okay, we're looking at the bug for this. Why dandelions? I'm so confused. Okay, apparently dandelions are like known to be things rabbits use. Okay. So next is the illusioner, which this is true that like no one remembers the illusioner, but that is not because like it's forgotten. It's because it's not even in the game yet. So an illusioner is very similar to the illagers or what's the big one? Evoker. Evoker is what I'm thinking of. So like these don't naturally spawn, so like you don't remember them. What happens if I go into survival? What does this guy do? Ha 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 ha. Okay, you didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. Come on. Oh my god, come here. You're so fast. Whoa! Okay, so that's what he does, is one of them is fake, one of them is real. You have to decide which one is real. I have a feeling that it's the... Oh, well now I really don't know. Which one's shooting at me? Oh, it's that guy. Ow, stop. Okay, well I can't fight him if... Get out of here! Oh. Oh, what? Now he's invisible! Lies! This is fake! Oh my gosh. Reloading the world. Oh man, I want to use his real... I got him. Oh my gosh, this guy's really... Okay, obviously I don't have any armor on. And then once again, he's invisible. This is probably why they got rid of him, because he's not fixed. Next on the list is skeleton horse jockeys. I feel like people know about these guys. They see skeleton horses, and if you play any amount of survival, you remember them. Giants, yeah, maybe, but once again, it's kind of the same thing as the illusioner. Is like people have seen these. I think they know they exist, but once again, it's not implemented in the game, so not very useful. Now, next is evokers being able to convert blue sheep into red sheep. This I obviously know about because we have covered it in OMGcrafts just as like a really, really cool thing to do. If you didn't know, if you have an evoker and you have some sheep, and actually I think I need to make them blue because of, there we go, blue sheep. If the evoker, come here. Oh my gosh. Why can't I dye you? What? What is this? I'm in the snapshot. Is this changed? Is this changed? This is something everybody forgot about. I don't understand why this is not working. This is really frustrating. Oh my god, the giant. Oh, let's get out of here. I don't get it. Oh, because it's lapis! I now have to have blue dye in the new, oh my gosh, okay. I am dumb. So, this is a throwback to, oh my gosh, I totally forget which video game. I'm doing this off the top of my head. But the sound he makes, you hear, I think it's Warcraft. Is, this is the idea is that in this game, and I think it's Warcraft, one color of this character could change like a sheep from one team to the other team, and, you know, your team was red or blue or whatever. So the evoker there will switch the color of the dye on this sheep, which is kind of a cool thing, and most people don't know about it. I've covered it on OMGcraft before. And finally is the fact that mushrooms, brown mushrooms, can't be placed. There we go. Okay, so this is a really hard thing to tell. I just need to make sure that the sunlight wasn't available. But mushrooms give off the ittiest bittiest bit of light, and you might be able to see it as I'm setting these down. If you can't see it that way, if I hit F3, you can see that the client light level currently block is 0. If I put this down, block turns to 1. And if we add them all around, you can see. So when I step out of the block, it turns to 0. And then I step into it, it turns to 1. Mushrooms give off the slightest, ittiest, bittiest amount of light. And yeah, a lot of people do forget about that. It's not something that anyone ever uses because it's only a light level of 1. So it's not very useful. Next, this is from Skoha, I think. I don't know, I'm butchering your name, I'm sure. But that is a minecart with a furnace. Minecarts are still used every once in a while to transport yourself around. Most people nowadays use the very common powered rail in order to power their movement. But most people forget that the minecart with a furnace in it is a form of locomotion. If you go ahead and put your coal inside of a minecart with a furnace in it, it will power itself, no need for powered rail. Almost nobody uses this because it requires resources in coal. It doesn't move very fast. It moves a lot slower than powered rail. And it can be a little bit finicky, like it's not easy to stop as it is with powered rail. Obviously, in order to create this, it's just like anything else that is inside of a minecart. You just take a furnace on top of a minecart and then it is created. There is no inventory, so I can't right click. Whoa, what on earth? I just right clicked it and it moved. I guess you can push a minecart with a furnace either direction. But what you really do is you just right click it with some coal and then it adds the inventory inside of there. You can't see it and you see the particles kind of moving off of them. One interesting thing is that this will push other empty minecarts. So let's say you have a whole bunch of minecarts maybe with animals in them. You can put down the minecart with a furnace. See if I push it, it's not going to move. But if I put some coal into it, well, at least I thought it would move. Come on, you can do it. Well, there it goes. Yeah, I was stuck for some reason. So there it goes. It pushes along the other carts, which could be useful if for some reason you don't have a lot of powered rail. Next is Speculator with the observation of six-sided log blocks. So we've always had these logs. You know, we have the logs with the tops or whatnot. Recently, we got the stripped logs, so those are really cool. But now you can have the option of having six-sided blocks as well, and that works with both stripped log variants. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, you put this down and then you just strip it is what you do. I was like, well, yes, you can. Oh, I know what I'm saying. So then you just strip those, and now you get the six-sided log variant with the stripped logs. I can't talk right now. So this is really useful in building where you don't want the top of the log to be seen, because obviously underneath you can always see that texture down there, and so, or on the top or whatever. So this is a way for you to build without that, and most people kind of forget about it. Six-sided blocks were really, really popular kind of when they were hard to get, and now they don't seem quite as popular. Also, they're still in snapshots, so maybe we're just not seeing a lot of builds with them because people, you know, it's not a released version of Minecraft. That's totally understandable. I think that they're really cool. I think most people know about them. They just don't realize that in a crafting table, all it takes is 4 logs, and then you get the six-sided block out of it. You do lose a block in the transfer, as you can see. I just don't think people realize the recipe, but I do think people will use this once the snapshots come out. Next is by Spiky Bear, and they say craft andesite with cobble and diorderite. And in fact, you already missed a step here. We can, let's go into the crafting table and just find some of these blocks. You may not realize that you can actually craft diorderite with nether quartz and cobble, and then you can craft andesite. Where is andesite? Here it is, with diorderite and cobble, and then you can craft granite or granite with diorderite and nether quartz. So this is the nether quartz texture. It has changed probably the most since the new texture update. So using just this simple crafting recipe, you get the diorderite out, and then whether or not you leave cobble or quartz inside of the crafting area, you will get a different block out of it. So you can actually craft all of the new-ish, I mean, they're not really new anymore, but you can craft all of these with quartz and cobble, which lots of people don't realize. The problem is that quartz is it's not really a difficult block to find. It's just a tedious block to find because you don't naturally you're not normally doing strip mining in the nether, and so you kind of have to go out and search for it. So naturally, a lot of people don't have a huge stockpile of quartz. It's kind of like sand. You have to go to a desert and harvest only sand for a little while. But yeah, you can make all of these naturally occurring blocks out of just cobble and just quartz. Obviously, if you didn't know, I think everybody knows this, for anything, you get the polished version of each of those blocks. This is from Gideon Wells. Gideon says, any threshold on usefulness. So this isn't quite a forgetful thing. It's just something that you would almost never do. And that is that you can always smelt any of the ores into their appropriate items. So let's grab, can I break this? Oh no, I was hoping I would get the furnace out of it. So obviously you can smelt up gold. Obviously you can smelt up iron, but you can also smelt up coal ore, which would be really, really dumb to do, to get coal out of it. Same thing with lapis. Here, let's throw lapis in there. Same thing with diamond, and same thing with emerald. Now, the main reason why almost nobody ever does this is with something like lapis, you're almost always guaranteed to get more than just one lapis out of the block. You also have to use a silk touch pick in order to mine out the block and not just the lapis lazuli as items. And so you're already going the extra step of using a silk touch pick in order to pull this out of the ground without it breaking. Same thing with coal, same thing with diamond, same thing with emerald. So you've used silk touch to get these out of the ground. Now you're just gonna throw it into a furnace and get only one item out of it. If you're already at the level of enchanting, where you've enchanted a silk touch pick, most likely you have enchanted a fortune pick as well. So what you're probably doing is picking up these items to go back home for your fortune 3 pick and break it that way so you get more than one item. So it's possible. Most people probably forget about it because why would you do it if you're already at the level of silk touch? This just doesn't really make sense in order to, it takes forever. It takes coal, it takes time, it takes a furnace slot. It's just totally dumb. You would never do this. Next is angel rose petals with carrot on a stick. And this is true. This is one of the, this is something that you really have to know your Minecraft in order to get. What is the recipe here? Oh my gosh. How do I, wait a second. We got it. I was like, do I need an actual stick now? Did this recipe change? The carrot on the stick really isn't, it's only used for one thing. And it's not all that exciting. You can't cast out the fishing rod. You've used up a perfectly good fishing rod now to make a carrot on a stick. The only reason that you would ever use this is to get pigs to follow you. So you can use a carrot on a stick to get pigs to follow you around just like you can with carrots. But if you happen to have a saddle, then you can throw the saddle on top of the pig, just like so. You can ride the pig, and the only way to get the pig to move in the direction that you want is to have the carrot on a stick as what is in your inventory. So as the item that you're holding. Wow, I cannot talk this episode. So this will allow the pig to move in the direction that you're looking. You can also give the carrot that's on the stick to the pig to give it a little speed boost. So if I right click, see how he's slowing down and he's super slow? Well, you feed him the carrot that is on the carrot on the stick, and then he speeds up slowly over time. And he's basically sprinting for you. And then he'll slow down again. You have to feed him a little bit more again. And then he'll speed back up again for you. And you can see that the carrot is going down by a fourth each time that I do this. So if I just spam right click, he'll eat this as soon as he can. And then I'll get that speed boost again. Reason why no one knows about this and no one uses it is because it's probably the slowest way to travel imaginable. The only reason I have ever seen this being used was when we made our own like mini game on a survival server. And that was like, we're like, haha, use a carrot on a stick and pigs in order to move from and like race each other around. So yeah, there you go. Carrot on a stick, not very useful. That's it for the list that you guys submitted. I originally came up with 2 other options. One is most people forget about fossils. Fossils can be found in swamps and deserts and that sort of things. They're the weird skeleton bone block creations. Almost everybody forgets about those. And also endermites. Now, if you're a fan of mine, you may remember endermites because I really like endermites. And one of the reasons I really like endermites is because most people forget about endermites. Endermites happen when you throw an ender pearl, and there's a small chance that an endermite will spawn where you left. So if you threw an ender pearl, landed on a roof, there might be an endermite, which will despawn after a little while where you left, where you teleported from. So those are my 2 suggestions. Do you have any others that you feel like I forgot? Well, let me know in the comments down below so that everybody watching this video can also remember that in Minecraft. Thanks so much for watching this episode of OMGcraft. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe for future videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights here on OMGcraft. See you next time. Bye.